Hey guys, Nick here from Just For You Studios, and I'm back with another movie review. Probably the most anticipated movie review I've done on my channel. But the only reason that is because I've kind of noticed that a huge chunk of my views and subs have come from my Transformers in Minecraft. And well, I guess I kind of ruined the surprise, but this is a movie review for Transformers Age of Extinction. Now, I'm a die-hard Transformer fan, and I wanted to make sure I did this review right. Did it with justice. Gave my complete, honest opinion. So I saw the movie 3 times. Once opening day, second time a day after opening day, and then week after opening week. So, second week. But anyway, and then I saw a couple other reviews out there. The reviews are split. Of course, critics hate the movie. Critics hate all the Transformers, really. But reviews are all over the place. If you look over the internet, there are people who say this is the best Transformers movie. There are people who say this is the worst Transformers movie. There are people who say this is the worst movie. It's scattered all across the regions. Everyone is split. And I'm here to add my opinion to that. Do I like the movie, or do I hate it? Let's find out. So first off, if you didn't know, they went with a new CGI company, IML, and they rocked it. The CG in this movie was the best CG that you'll find in any of the Transformer movies. It is so great. Now, there were a couple times the special effects didn't look too good and too clean. I'll admit, there were a lot of explosions. Yes. Michael Bay, explosions! Trademark. When it comes to special effects in general, it was still pretty good. There was this fantastic explosion with one of a grenade that went off, and it was like fireworks, like psh, 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 psh. That looked pretty awesome. How realistic that would be if a grenade like that really went off, I don't know, but it looked awesome. Probably not too realistic, but it was cool. So that's explosions. The CGI, like I said, fantastic, blew me away. I'm talking Pacific Rim Godzilla CG level. It was great. There were a couple times the green screen, though. You could tell it was a green screen. It wasn't perfectly tuned, but it was still good. Now we're on to the plot. Now, when it comes down to plot, Transformers 1, it was pretty decent. They had the whole Sam Witwicky teenage love thing and a lot of bad jokes. It didn't work too well when it came to plot. I think 3 had the best plot out of the first trilogy. But when it comes down to plot, when you're doing the first thing with a new type of storyline, like they did with first Transformers and this one, there are so many routes you can go, and your job is to set it up for the rest of the trilogy. And that way you can have a pretty good plot with it. You don't have to worry about continuing the story as much as starting fresh. So how was the plot? Honestly, I liked the father-daughter plot much better than the teenage romance, because that was kind of corny, and I just wasn't feeling it too much. I mean, that was the first movie. As the trilogy went along, you felt for them more and more. And when Megan Fox left, there were a lot of people who went, yay! So that also kind of helped a little bit, but... So plot, good. CG, good. What else is there to talk about? Acting and writing are the next two I'm going to go over. Mark Wahlberg, professional actor, probably the best, biggest character they've used in a Transformers film, and he rocked it. I love his character there. It wasn't too out there, his character, but he did a good job at playing a inventor father kind of thing. It worked. And Stanley Tucci, he played the character Joshua Joyce. He did a fantastic job. I saw some reviews. People said he didn't do well. I liked his character a lot. It's like Simmons from the first trilogy, only done better. If you think of it like that, as his character, this trilogy's Simmons, then he was fantastic. He was way better than him. But I think the thing is, a lot of fans were disappointed because they know what Stanley Tucci can do, and his character wasn't too out there, wasn't too comedic, wasn't too, I don't know what they expected, but I went in with Stanley Tucci going, I don't know that much about you, what you've done and all, so I'm just gonna get blown away, and he did. He was my favorite actor there. He did a fantastic job. First half of the movie, he's very business, which requires a lot of acting, and he's all dramatic. And the second half, he's funny and starts cracking you up like crazy. For you to be, as an actor, to go through that kind of transformation in a movie, bravo, great job. Stanley Tucci, shout out, you did fantastic in that movie. I hope they keep you around for the rest of the trilogy. And same with you, Mark Wahlberg. So Nicola Peltz, I mean, she's gotten a lot better, I'll admit, since last Airbender, but still not as high a quality. I believe that, what was her name? Girl who played Carly, Whitney Rose Huntington, long name. She was a pretty decent actress, and I liked her. Nicola Peltz didn't do a bad job. I was kind of hoping that she grew a little bit more, though. But not saying that she was a bad actress. I'll admit, with her character, I might have been expecting a little more. Now on to writing. It's a Transformers film. They have decent story, but not the best story. And there was a lot of continuity errors. So, I'll go into that more in the spoiler chat if you guys have already seen the movie or don't really care. But pretty much the writing, it was the basic Transformer formula. Nothing too special with it. It felt like the first movie only done better, if I'm going to say when it goes to the storyline. Done quite a bit better, actually, but that's just my opinion. Again, there's a wide range of people's opinions with this movie. And please, in the comments below, let me know what you thought of the movie, but please also be respectful. So, they have a new lineup of Autobots also. And I love the new Autobots. It just worked, and they had a new villain in this movie who I loved. And it just worked. Everything worked, but it was not a perfect movie by any means. So, what am I going to give this movie? The die-hard Transformers fan inside of me wants to say 5 out of 5. It was amazing. It was a fun movie. But if you compare it to a lot out there, this year we've had a lot of good movies, and frankly, it wasn't the best that we've got this year. I'm not wanting to give it a 5 out of 5. With that said, I'm going to give Transformers Age of Extinction a 4 out of 5 stars. And something I've been forgetting to do in so many reviews lately is my date night rate. How would this movie do on a date? Not that good, but it does have its moments. It has its moments, but overall, it's not that great on a date. If you're gonna see it, there's two things that you're gonna do. One, see it alone, or two, see it with a girl who understands Transformers or likes you enough to be bored for 2 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah, it's that long, if you didn't know. It's pretty much a 3-hour movie. But, with that said, that it is that long, and it did throw a lot of stuff at you, I would have preferred, this is kind of a note back to The Amazing Spider-Man 2, that movie would have been longer, just like this movie did. Michael Bay did this one right. He made it longer. It was originally, he said, it was going to be the shortest Transformers movie at 2 hours or something. And he said, haha, gotcha, added 45 minutes, and fans went, woo! Okay, worried there. You were saying all this stuff was going to happen, and we saw it on the trailers. For it to only be 2 hours, we were a little bit worried. And 2 hours, 45 minutes, when we first heard it, didn't sound that long. But once you're in there, it does feel a little long. But I'm okay with that, because it was non-stop action. Alrighty, guys. Now I'm on to the spoiler part of the movie review. So, if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want to be spoiled, please end the movie here, leave a like, favorite, comment, and subscribe, and go see the movie. It was a good movie, a lot of fun, and it was the best roller coaster of the year. Speaking of roller coasters, if you did see the movie, tell me that they should not make a roller coaster out of the movie. Like one of those things where it's, what did he say? Pull, hold, or what was it? Push, hold, pull, repeat. Imagine a ride where you're in one of those spaceship things firing at other drone ships. That would be amazing. I would go on that ride. Alright, so now on to the spoiler part of the review. Now, the continuity errors I was talking about consist of things like they didn't really think through all that much. They kind of went, so how can we get from point A to point B? I got it. We'll just throw that in there. For instance, at the end, I kind of facepalmed. Optimus saved the day at the end. After fighting, killing Lockdown, defeating all the Decepticons. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm going to use the jetpack that I totally forgot that I had this whole time. So I'm going to use the jetpack now. And just flew out of Hong Kong. Couldn't he have grabbed the seed early on, flew out of the city, dropped it off, and it would all be done? Really, Optimus? And another continuity error. The Dinobots, at the end. Raw! We did it! Now we're just gonna run through the forest of China being the new Godzillas and smashing cars and people. Yeah! And Optimus is like, yeah, you go, Grimlock. You the man! Wait, what? So you're gonna try and tell me the Dinobots are now just wandering around Earth? You wouldn't think that the government would have a problem with that? Gigantic robot dinosaurs just roaming Earth, doing whatever they please. You don't think we'd have a problem with that? And another thing. The Dinobots happened. I didn't expect it to go like that. The Lockdown had them the whole time. They teased us early on with the dinosaurs frozen in the Transformium stuff. And I was like, oh, is that how we're gonna find the Dinobots? Nope, that has nothing to do with Transformers. What are you talking about? All that has to do is, hey, that's what the seed can do to modern time. Dinobots? It has nothing to do with them. What you talking about? So that was kind of mean and teased me a lot. I didn't like that too much. Yet I did love the Megatron Galvatron thing. When they said Galvatron, I was hoping they would pull something kind of like that. But I also know a lot of people who would go, oh, Megatron's in a Transformers movie again? Well, he's not the main villain, not at all. He's a background guy, just saying, hey, Megatron's still there and doing stuff so they can use him as a main villain later on. Lockdown's the one who's the main villain and the villain that's kicking butt throughout the whole movie, and I love. And killing off the Autobots like Ratchet, Leadfoot, they did that very well. When Ratchet died, you're like, heart goes out to you, buddy. No. But part of me does wish that we knew what happened to all the other Autobots instead of just assuming they were hunted. I would kind of like to see them be hunted. Like, we saw Ratchet, we saw Leadfoot. What about, like, Sideswipe, Dino? I would like to kind of know. And Samuel Wiki, I'm kind of glad they didn't mention him. At the same time, I do want to know, again, what happened with him. Now, saying the writing, there was one other thing that I didn't want to mention in the normal review that I didn't like, which was Shane's character. I didn't like his character at all. I just didn't like him. He was all over the place. He was there as a driver. That was going to be his character in the movie. He only drove twice. And let me see. As a character, he was all over the place. I'm going to protect you. I just wasn't that impressed with his character. I mean, I'm just not. And also, who else would be so excited if the main villain in Transformers 5 is the Quintessons? That would be amazing. I would love that. That was my fan-happy moment. I would love to see that. And also, I would also kind of be happy if Unicron was the villain in number 6. Just saying. Also, leave in the comments down below who you want to be the villains in 5 and 6. And don't forget, Galvatron's always an option for a main villain, so you can put that down too. And before I end off the video, there's one more thing I kind of want to talk about. Is when Stanley Tucci's character Joshua Joyce responded to Tessa saying, "We don't have a home." And he said, "I think I can help you with that." Did anyone else get like this amazing image in their head of in Transformers 5, they're just living in the Stanley Tucci mansion, like rocking it out. The Autobots have their own mansion-sized garage that they're just like playing gigantic robot basketball in or something. That would just be amazing for the start. I would be happy with that if they were just living in the Tucci mansion. That would be amazing. Alrighty, that's the end of the review. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to let me know your opinion of the movie in the comments below. Be respectful, but don't be afraid to share your opinion. I want to know. This movie, everyone has a different opinion on. Everyone. So leave it in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys next time. Peace! Woo!